This episode of All the Gear is brought to you by BLUETTI. Check out the links in the description for the Black Friday sales on now. Welcome back to All the Gear. Today on All the Gear, I'm going to take you on a journey through the unboxing, a review, and my thoughts on the AC300, B300, and PV350 from BLUETTI. So let's get to unboxing. Oh, the boxes. They're massive. My post guy didn't like me when I had them delivered. Let's start with the biggest. Boxes within boxes. In the top, it looks like this, and we can start disassembling. So, like an electric car charger. I'd say that's to join the units. The two pins in the middle will be DC, and the other pins will be control pins. This is a PV cord, solar panel to DC. The instructions, this is the B300. I'm gonna put this down. Holy moly, it's heavy. Wow, that is dense. So here we have our B300 portable power station. That is one massive lithium ion battery bank. So on the front here, we have our 12 volt DC, our battery indicator. So it's at 80% charge at the moment. USB-C 100 watt and a USB-A 18 watt. And on the other side, we've got the plug we saw before, two of those, so it can be daisy chained. We've got the DC input, 12 to 60 volt DC. So this is what we could use for our solar. So you could charge through your solar. This one is a 58.8 volt DC adapter. That might be a charge adapter. How heavy is this? So I've got my human scales out, and it's 36.7 kilograms. It's quite heavy. That's heavier than one of my dogs. This should be the AC300. Open it up. Here's another box and another box. Inside of the top looks like this. So we have more cables, a charge cable, Australian cord because I'm in Australia. This is a charge cord for PV and car charging. So here is your car charge port, which you can connect up to this lead, and you can also connect up, this is so you can connect two PV rays. And this box, which is a thank you for your support from the LAF program, which is Lighting in African Family. So they provide a battery and solar array with lights, so it lights up their houses. So when you buy one of these, you light up a family. Nice, it's a nice little touch. I'll put that on my wall. You can go here. Oh, here it is. How cool. Okay, so this is the AC300, and it's made to work in tandem with the B300. In fact, I wonder how much that weighs. 21.5. So all up, it's about 60 kilos. Put them together like so, and we can plug them in. I'm pretty sure it's a simple matter of taking our connectors and plugging them in. These feel really good, like so chunky. I don't know what it is about chunky cables, but it's cool. And now we can turn it on. So, the top one controls the bottom one. So we can power it up, and it gives us full color display. You can turn the AC on and off, turn the DC on and off. The bottom one's got a physical DC on and off button, so if you want to use this separately, you can. So the homepage has got the AC load, which is our AC outputs here. So mine are all Australian, obviously. And our DC load, which would be our DC outputs here, 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 and our USBs as well. So you can change all of the output frequencies in the AC. Okay, so I just downloaded the BLUETTI app and signed up, and that was the easiest device connection I've ever done. It just immediately recognized it. We're gonna set up our network. That is our Wi-Fi network set up. We've got our device set up in the app. Okay, so the next logical thing is to open the last box, the photovoltaic or solar panels. So in this box is the PV350, which is the 350 watt solar panels that ideally go with this box. I mean, obviously you can use any. Boxes in boxes. Oh, there it is, the internal box. You're getting a lot of unboxings today. I was wondering, it looked like a solar blanket, and I've never seen a 350 watt solar blanket. Those are our PV cords. Stand? Yes, it is a stand. Ah, I see how these work. Okay, so they fold out. Look at those. So that is the solar panel. We'll have to set these up outside. That is the stand for the solar panel. It just stands up on the ground like so. And that all just packs into a neat little carry case. That is cool. So I'm going to charge it up just by plugging it in. Plugged in the AC port, and you can see here that our grid is supplying 2.25 kilowatt or 2,250 watt. Our AC input frequency is 50 hertz. Our input power is 2,040 watt, and our voltage is 223.9. So I can just let that charge up to full, and then we can have a play with it. So this is the AC300 paired with the B300 battery. This whole system is essentially designed as a home battery backup system, with the AC300 being able to be paired with up to 4 B300 battery units at 3,072 watt hours per pack, controlled by one AC300 3000 watt inverter. And pairing this with the BLUETTI smart home panel, you can tie the AC300 power system directly into your home grid. The AC300 is a 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter, enables 5400 watt fast charging, which is part of the 5 ways that you can charge using wall outlets, solar panels, 12 volt car systems, gas generators, and lead acid batteries as well. The connection points for discharging the battery are the AC outlets, the 4 USB-A points and 1 USB-C power delivery 3.0, a 12 volt 30 amp and a 24 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter port. There are also 2 wireless fast charge pads on top of the unit. This is all controlled via an app which is paired to the device, and it can also be controlled by a touch screen LCD display on the front of the unit. The BLUETTI PV350 is a 350 watt monocrystalline silicon solar array, which connects to our AC300 with a standard MC4 connector. Okay, so let's talk about my thoughts on the unit, because I've had these units for about 3 months now, and I've been using them to power high-powered devices, specifically grow lights. I did a whole video on my other channel, and I've had them through a blackout where it was immensely useful. First, I'm actually going to talk about the solar panel, because that's the thing that's actually been the bottleneck in my whole system. Now, this is essentially a solar blanket. It's made to be portable, and I've had it out in the rain and the sun for like 2 months. And some things I've noticed, the elastic on the legs has deteriorated. So it's no longer as elastic, which is a bit of a shame, but I mean, elastic is definitely going to deteriorate in the sun. It's just a material property. On the front of our solar panels, and you can see there that the fabric has started to turn this like red, where the dye has been exposed to UV. Now this is the only fabric that is like directly facing the sun. You can see that the legs are starting to have the same hue of red, and that's just UV deterioration on the fabric. So these are probably not suited to like long-term use, even though the solar panels themselves, their function may not deteriorate, but this form factor that they're in with the fabric carry case is made to be used temporarily as far as I'm concerned. I can't exactly say don't put it out in the sun because that's what they're made for. So if you're considering this, just make sure that your use case is correct. Honestly, I don't think that 350 watts is enough if you're going to be using this system heavily. You're going to be wanting to connect this up to a permanent fixed aluminium mono or polycrystalline solar array, which has enough power to top you up on the cloudy days as well as the sunny days. So I am actually very happy with these solar panels for the purpose that they are intended for. As for the AC300 and B300, I was actually pleasantly surprised with how useful these units are. The massive inverter on top was enough to allow me to utilize literally any device in my house. High power devices like kettles. You could even throw an oven on, but I mean, you wouldn't because it's just gonna drain the battery so fast. This is the perfect home backup generator. And I found that out when my power went out and I had to use it as such a thing. One of my favorite aspects of this whole system is that this device here, the B300, is able to be separated out from the AC300, and I can put this into my camping setup. So this has an MPPT solar charge controller within this base unit, and that means that you can connect up your photovoltaics, your solar panels, and run a 12-volt system from this battery pack. So I don't need to lug around this massive AC inverter. I can just take this off and utilize the USB ports on the front to charge my devices and this 12-volt plug to then connect up all of the 12-volt peripherals on my camper van, caravan, four-wheel drive, or camp setup. So you end up having a 20-something kilo massive lithium ion battery that you can charge before you go camping and also charge off your car, off your solar, or off a generator if you had a generator. This modular form factor, I think, is one of the most useful features of the AC300 B300 combination. And the fact that you can just keep adding batteries to it is pretty incredible, actually. Now, it comes with a bit of a price tag, but you can get a massive discount on that price in the Black Friday sales that are coming up very soon. And I'll link those in the description so you can check out those discounts. I hope you enjoyed this episode of All the Gear, and I hope I left you with a bit more of an idea. I'll see you next time.